Chapter 1: The Call of Intuition. In a sleepy Devonshire village, where rolling hills cradle whispering streams, the pulsing city life seemed like a distant memory. Joseph felt this deeply as he wandered the quaint lanes bathed in the sun's departing glory, painting the sky with hues of amber and gold. Joseph recalled his grandfather's old saying as he ambled along. To find your way, don't follow the crowded paths. Instead, listen to your inner compass. Here, in the landscape's green hush, Joseph's intuition spoke clear and strong, like the voice of an elder imparting wisdom by the warmth of a fire. The city had tried to shape him into another faceless cog in the endless machine of social expectations, but Joseph's soul was elsewhere. Walking down a leaf-strewn track through the village, the crunch of his steps was his own quiet rebellion. He had stepped off the fast-moving treadmill of career promotions, choosing instead a life that felt true to his heart, one mindful of the earth beneath his feet. Passing by the corner greengrocer, a fresh breeze carried hints of earth and ripe apples, wrapping him in memories and foreshadowing new beginnings. Mrs. Thompson, whose hands knew the touch of this land better than anyone, caught his eye and gave him an affirming nod. "Your heart is your map, young man," she said in her rich, earthy voice. Her simple sentence acknowledged his search for sincerity, lighting his way like a beacon to his true self. The evening conversations of the villagers wove together stories of resilience and shared triumphs. They reminded Joseph that seeking balance wasn't a solitary journey but something you could reach alongside your neighbors. Reflecting on this community spirit, he wondered if his personal quest might intertwine with theirs to form a unified vision. As twilight wrapped its peaceful cloak around the village, warm lights twinkled from windowpanes like guardians against the dark. Joseph found solace against an ancient yew tree in the town square. Fireflies danced around him in the growing dark. He pondered, thinking about all he witnessed and felt. Could this joining of solitary sparks lead us all toward a future where self-reliance blooms hand in hand with communal purpose? Whisperings of wisdom, rekindling the intuitive spark within. As you embark on this journey of self-discovery, imagine standing at the cusp of a vast and serene forest, the one Ralph Waldo Emerson himself might have wandered through, with the breeze carrying whispers of wisdom to your attentive ears. You are not merely stepping into just another chapter of your life but are about to awaken a dormant sense that modernity has often compelled us to mute, our intuition. The ensemble of trees, with their deeply rooted strength and upward stretching branches, symbolizes the essence of Emersonian thought, beckoning you to grow strong in your convictions while reaching for personal enlightenment and community well-being. Emerson championed the concept of self-reliance as an irreplaceable component of one's philosophical makeup, advocating for an authenticity that is ever more pertinent today. In a world overrun with the cacophony of conflicting messages, the idea of heeding an internal compass can seem not only radical but daunting. Yet, it is by nurturing this very same fortitude and aligning our choices with individual values and environmental consciousness that we craft a meaningful existence. In this realm, self-reliance isn't selfishness but a sign of maturity, an acknowledgement of our responsibility to self and society. The seedlings of decisions, cultivating choices with care. Our intuition serves as a spiritual seedling, sprouting into choices that reflect who we are at our core. The role of intuition is not just to decide which path to trot but to ensure that these paths are paved with the gravel of our deepest values, choices that harmonize personal fulfillment with the rhythms of the world around us. As you saturate your being with Emerson's philosophies, you will discern the voice of intuition, a guiding echo amidst the throngs of society's expectations. Let's tread gently yet assertively into the thickets of societal norms. Here lies the ever-present challenge of resisting conformity to maintain the purity of personal expression. It's where intention clenches a fist around the rod of resolve, resisting the current that sweeps many into the river of societal homogeneity. This chapter is your lantern in the hushing twilight, helping to illuminate paths less trodden, where footprints mark the soft earth not in single file, but in radiant patterns of individualistic spirit. Dance to the rhythm of authenticity. As a seeker of a thriving existence, remember that the dance of authenticity is choreographed by the steps we dare to take. You have within you the potential to make the world a more vibrant, caring place, not by forsaking your dreams but by embracing them with an open heart and a responsible spirit. Find your tribe, the ones who see the world not just as it is but as it could be, with whom you can share this cadence of change. In these pages, let us sow the seeds of Emersonian self-reliance, nurturing them in the fertile soil of modern-day existentialism. Through this, we aspire not only to witness the blossoming of your individuality but also to watch as you join hands with like-minded souls, forming an entwined garden that strengthens and beautifies our collective home. This path is not merely an individual conquest, it's a communal voyage towards a brighter, more sustainable future, championed by those who acknowledge the strength in unity. Fueled by optimism and driven by a desire for a harmonious existence, the journey you're on reverberates with the potential to shape not only your destiny but also the contours of the community you envisage. Through a tapestry of thought-provoking insights, we shall traverse the landscape of self-reliance, forging a blueprint for a life that resonates with Emerson's timeless ideals, a life replete with meaning, balance, and a conscientious bond with our earth. Lay each stone of your path with intention, embracing your personal quest while weaving it seamlessly into the tapestry of collective progress. What emerges is a stirring ode to the purest form of freedom and self-expression that transcends time. Carry forth, with the echoes of Emerson's wisdom as your soundtrack, and let the call of intuition steer your way toward a future where your modern self is in harmony with each heartbeat of the earth. Ralph Waldo Emerson, a towering figure in American literature and philosophy, gifted us with the notion of self-reliance. To appreciate its relevance in today's world, picture a society fiercely independent yet deeply connected, where every member draws strength from their inner compass. Self-reliance is not a call to isolation, it's a summons to authenticity, an invitation to trust oneself amidst the clamor of contemporary life. Emerson's concept cherishes the individual's ability to trust their judgment and forge their path, untethered by the dogmas and expectations that tend to stifle creativity and individuality. Why, you might wonder, does this ethos resonate so powerfully in our modern era? It's because now, more than ever, the world demands of us to be original thinkers, to be the architects of our destinies, and to find solutions that defy conventional wisdom. In embracing self-reliance, we don't turn our backs on society. Instead, we contribute to it profoundly by bringing forth our unique gifts. Imagine how much richer our communities would be if each one of us unearthed and nurtured our true passions and potential. The drive for self-reliance is an encouragement to be earnest in our endeavors, to be resourceful, and to embody the change we wish to see in the world. Yet, embodying self-reliance in the modern era goes beyond personal development. It's about harmonizing our individual pursuits with the well-being of the planet. As we stand on the brink of environmental tipping points, the choices we make and the values we express through those choices have monumental consequences. Fostering self-reliance means equipping ourselves with the knowledge to make decisions that are environmentally conscious, reflecting a deep respect for the natural world that sustains us. Our intuition is a powerful ally in this quest. It guides us towards decisions that align with our innermost values and goals. By listening to this inner voice, we become adept at making choices that benefit not just ourselves, but also the community and the broader ecosystem. Intuition, hence, is an integral part of self-reliance. It helps us discern the right path when crossroads emerge, inherently weaving our individual purpose with the collective good. This is not to say that the journey to self-reliance is devoid of challenges. Society often nudges us toward uniformity, prescribing a narrow path to success and fulfillment. Yet it is in the heart of these challenges that we find the opportunity to truly define ourselves. To resist conformity is to boldly declare our existence, to insist on our own narrative rather than the one scripted by the masses. So let us then dance to the rhythm of our melodies. By reclaiming self-reliance, by honoring that timeless principle, we embrace the possibility of a life that echoes with authenticity and echoes for generations. As we each learn to cultivate our inner strength, we build not just a robust self but a resilient, vibrant community that rises above the ephemeral trends and societal pressures. Harnessing the power of the collective. Embarking on this journey towards self-reliance doesn't have to be a solitary quest. On the contrary, finding like-minded individuals to share in this pursuit can amplify our efforts and illuminate the path forward. Together, we can empower one another, reminding ourselves that while our journey is personal, the destination, a world that is better, wiser, and kinder, is one we strive for in unison. At the heart of our daily lives lies a powerful, often overlooked tool, intuition. It's that gut feeling, a whisper within that guides us even when the map of logic fails to chart a course. In cultivating intuition, we tune into our inner compass, steering by our values and desires rather than the prevailing winds of societal expectation. When we learn to listen and trust this inner voice, our choices begin to align more authentically with who we are and what we stand for, including a deep regard for our environment. Intuition is more than a feeling. It is the sum of our experiences and knowledge, subconsciously piecing together a mosaic of understanding that can inform our conscious choices. It's the bridge between the seen and the unseen, the known and the mysterious. When we face decisions that concern not only our welfare but the health of our planet, tapping into intuition can help us discern paths that are sustainable and considerate of the web of life. Consider the act of purchasing. In today's consumer-driven society, marketing often drowns out our own voices, shaping our desires and decisions with glossy images and compelling slogans. However, if we pause and listen to our intuition, we might find ourselves questioning whether we really need that plastic-wrapped item or the latest tech gadget manufactured halfway across the world. Intuition can pull us back to reflect on the impact of our actions, gently nudging us towards choices that are more in harmony with the earth. Trusting your inner compass. To trust our intuition is to build a bridge of confidence between our unconscious mind and our conscious actions. It is the courage to say no to a culture of excess, and yes to a life of thoughtful simplicity. Our intuition understands the delicate balance of nature and implicitly pushes us towards behaviors that nurture rather than destroy. This might manifest in supporting local businesses, choosing renewable resources, or investing time and energy into community projects that echo our environmental ethics. Embracing intuition liberates us from the paralyzing grasp of indecision and overanalysis. It's not about disregarding reason, rather, it's about complementing rational thought with an instinctual understanding of what feels right for us personally and collectively. In doing so, our choices take on new depth, embodying a philosophy that looks beyond immediate self-gratification to consider long-term communal and ecological well-being. Connecting with others. Harnessing our intuition also connects us with like-minded individuals who share our values. It's powerful to recognize that each one of us has the capacity to make the world a more harmonious place by aligning our actions with our principles. When our decisions resonate with our deepest convictions, they naturally attract others on a similar wavelength. Together, we form communities that are attuned to the greater good rather than the individual whim. In these communities, ideas flourish and individual strength is amplified by collective support. The power of teamwork is most palpable when it's rooted in a shared vision of sustainability and progress. This is not a solitary journey, it's a collaborative effort where each person's intuition merges into a larger, potent force for positive change. Our choices reflect our identity. When we choose based on intuition, we're not just consumers or bystanders. We become stewards of the environment and architects of a future we wish to inhabit. We transform our lives and the world around us by embodying the principles we cherish. Our actions, driven by a sense of purpose and connection, ripple out to inspire transformation far beyond ourselves. Realizing our potential. If intuition is the thread, then every action is a stitch in the fabric of a more just and sustainable society. The power we hold in our everyday decisions is immense, often underestimated, but always significant. By honoring our individual sense of what is right, we collectively weave a tapestry of change that can envelop the world. It all starts with a single, intuitive choice that speaks of who we are and the legacy we wish to leave. Let us not underestimate the impact of what appears to be a small, personal choice. Each eco-friendly alternative, each product foregone for environmental considerations, each moment taken to connect with nature and community is a steely thread in the grand tapestry of transformation. Together, our intuitive choices paint a vibrant picture of the world that resonates with the rich colors of care, understanding, and respect. In this harmonious symphony of conscious living, we do not lose sight of our individuality, or the potency of our singular voice. Instead, we see how every voice, every choice, contributes to the grand chorus of change. It is in this collective call to action that we find the true breadth of our influence, and the heart of our intuitive power. The weight of expectation. Every day, we move through a world bustling with norms and expectations, a subtle but unrelenting force shaping our choices. In a society that often prizes conformity, it's tempting to cast aside our unique preferences and mute our inner voices. However, to rely solely on societal benchmarks for guidance is to silence the intuition that makes each of us extraordinary. It takes courage to step back and ask ourselves whether the standards we're striving to meet are truly aligned with our core values or if we've been swept up in a current of collective ambition. The decisions we make under societal pressure don't just affect us, they ripple outwards, influencing both our community and the environment. When opting for convenience over sustainability, we're not just abandoning our individuality but also sidestepping our responsibility to the planet. In this interconnected era, critical choices should no longer be guided by what's encouraged by the masses but by what is right for the health and harmony of our shared home. The harmony of self-expression. Resistance to cultural conformity begins with small acts of self-expression. Consider the clothes you wear, the music you listen to, or even the way you choose to spend your Friday evening. These choices, though seemingly insignificant, are the threads that weave the tapestry of your identity. When you assert your preferences in these micro-decisions, you cultivate a sense of self that's robust enough to withstand the push of societal expectations. The art of genuine self-expression is akin to creating a sculpture. At first, the mass is formless, influenced by everything around it. Yet, it's through selective chiseling, saying no to some external influences and yes to others, that the true shape emerges. You become the artisan of your life, crafting a narrative that is singularly yours, resilient in the face of conformity. Finding your tribe. As we navigate the layers of social expectation, there's strength in finding others who share our values and aspirations. Locating your community not only fortifies your individual resolve but embodies the adage that there is power in numbers. Together, like-minded individuals can foster an environment where supporting sustainable practices and pursuing personal fulfillment are not exclusive but are instead natural complements. Solidarity with those who hold similar values amplifies our ability to make an impact. It transforms personal quests into collective movements, allowing us to achieve greater strides toward both self-realization and environmental stewardship. Peer circles influenced by mutual respect and shared vision can be the bedrock of ecological and personal revolution. Beyond the self, toward the world. It's vital to appreciate that our choices carry weight, stretching far beyond the self. To embrace a sustainable lifestyle is to send a clear message that we are part of a community, that our actions matter, and that we are dedicated to leaving behind a healthy planet for future generations. The attire we select, the food we consume, the modes of transport we choose all are testament to our commitment to both personal principles and global well-being. In embodying the principles we stand for, we influence not only our immediate circles but also contribute to a groundswell of change. As we opt for local produce, reduce our carbon footprint, or advocate for green initiatives within our neighborhoods, we become catalysts, encouraging others to take stock of their own actions. This is how individual pathways converge to forge a broader, more sustainable trail for society at large. An uplifting challenge. Embracing this proactive stance towards life and environmental consciousness is not without its challenges. There will be moments that test your resolve, where the comfort of conformity beckons. But it is in these instances that you must remember the power of your example. Your choices are your voice in a world where actions resonate louder than words. They are invitations to others, inspiring them to question, evolve, and ultimately, join you in a movement towards a more conscientious and connected living. The shift from passive inhabitant to active steward of both your life and the environment is as exhilarating as it is significant. Understanding that our world is a collaborative project encourages us to create, to contribute, and to cherish. By envisaging a reality where each decision is a step towards collective progress, we can build a future that reflects not only individual fulfillment, but also the flourishing of our global community. Charting a new course. So, as we proceed along this path of self-expression and environmental mindfulness, let us embrace it not just as a personal journey but as an opportunity to forge a united, purposeful direction. It's a course that acknowledges the uniqueness of each individual, while harnessing that distinctiveness for the common good. In partnership with others, we have the ability to reimagine and reshape the world, one authentic, conscious choice at a time. Remember, you are never alone in your endeavors for a deeper connection with the self and the earth. There's a vibrant, growing community out there, ready to welcome and walk with you. Collectively, we have the creativity, the will, and the numbers to manifest a world where living a life true to ourselves aligns seamlessly with fostering an environment that sustains us all. Let this be a rallying call for not just individual reformation, but for a united awakening to the promise of our potential. Unlocking your inner compass. As we journey together at the dawn of a new chapter in our lives, it's vital to pause and reflect on the whispers of our inner voice. That gentle nudge is your intuition, a potent guide that has sailed through the ages, graced by the wisdom of Ralph Waldo Emerson himself. It beckons us to trust our own convictions, to forge a path bathed in self-reliance and independence from societal echoes that often muffle our true essence. Intuition is more than an abstract sensation, it is the lens through which your deepest values find their reflection in the world. It's a wellspring of guidance that marries your individual truth to the reverent care for our planet. Think of it as an intimate dance between your soul and the earth, an effortless rhythm that guides each step towards choices resonating with your values and amplifying environmental consciousness. But let's not forget the hurdles. The push and pull of societal expectations can be a formidable tide, seeking to sweep us into a current of conformity. Detaching requires courage, resilience that springs from a fountain of genuine self-expression, altering the patterns society weaves, creating a tapestry richer for its singularity. Journeying together. Step into the realm of possibility where the only compass you'll need is hitched to your inner convictions and a communal heartbeat. Imagine walking alongside others who mirror your desires for personal fulfillment and a thriving community. The power of unity is manifold, and when we connect with like-minded souls, we magnify our impact. Every individual can be a catalyst for global transformation. The strength we draw from each other fuels our will to resist the allure of a singularly fashioned world. When we merge our singular notes into a chorus, the melody that emerges has the potential to reshape the landscape of existence. Embracing tomorrow. Ignite your curiosity as we wander forth into uncharted territories, ripe for discovery. Our adventure is one of continual growth, an optimist's odyssey championing not only personal enlightenment, but also the well-being of our collective home. Envision each step as a seed sown, every choice a bloom that pushes through the earth, reaching for the sun. The strides we make today are the forests of tomorrow, offering shelter and sustenance to generations yet whispering in the wind. As we draw this initial exchange to a close, imagine each forthcoming chapter as a mentor imparting wisdom, encouraging you to cultivate a modern self in harmony with the earth. Just beyond the veil of the known lies a landscape rich with possibility, where your authenticity, supported by a constellation of fellow travelers, illuminates the path ahead. In embracing this voyage, let us carry the torch of Emerson's legacy, not as a distant echo but as the clarion call of our shared destiny. Let the words within these pages be the gentle breeze that unfurls your sails and sets you off towards horizons only heart and soul can chart. Together, let's make the world a better place, starting with the universe that resides within each of us.